Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I'm your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I'm here with my good buddy Ryan Ennis. Ryan, how you doing, man?
I'm chilling. I'm just watching a video where somebody uses her child as a weapon to hit somebody. Like, what the fuck?
Welcome to 2018.
Yeah, like this is... I don't know if that... Oh, maybe that's a doll. I think that may be a doll. Okay, I think that's a doll.
Oh, it's one of those, like, lifelike dolls?
I have no... Oh, no, that's a person. That's a legitimate child. That's a child. I am sending you in the video. That's a fucking child.
That's crazy.
Sorry,
No, you were just, like, amazed by this.
Like, that's beating a motherfucker with a motherfucker.
Oh, man. But how are you doing, my friend?
I am well. We've missed a little bit of wrestling. I can't tell you any of what happened this week, but we definitely talk about what happened at TakeOver and the Survivor Series.
Totally. How was your holiday since it's been a little bit since we had a chat?
Nice and quiet. Really can't complain. Went over to my mother-in-law's, and that was basically it. It was just cold.
Yeah, it was just me, my mom, my good friend, and then little man came later in the day.
Oh, that's good then.
So it was nice and like chill. I don't want to say like I dislike people because I don't, but I don't like big groups of people like as I get older.
I agree. But yeah, we've actually missed a lot. There's a lot going on right now in NXT that's actually seems pretty entertaining coming up for the next couple of weeks. I don't know if you've read the spoilers, but
yes, I did. There's actually one, I think it was two guys I know on the indie scene that work the tapings.
There's job guys?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool.
Because, you know, people will put up stuff on Twitter. Oh, I saw so-and-so at the tapings. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
A lot of people tend to do that. Like, if they're plugged into the indie scene, they'll tag the person on Twitter and be like, I saw them work the NXT tapings or whatever, you know?
Oh. I don't.
That's how I usually find out. Somebody will retweet it, and then I'll see it.
Yeah, I stay away from Twitter.
I honestly would if it wasn't for the show. You know, like just to find news and see what's going on.
Yeah.
But no, well, we could start with TakeOver if you want.
Oh, TakeOver was the best card that I've ever seen.
I thought Bobby Fish got hurt.
Like, I saw the part where he was kind of like,
helped away.
But he finished the match, though.
Yeah, it was like after the match, they kind of helped him off, the way I understood it.
Oh, but there's been nothing of that, though.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. So he had to have been okay because I haven't read anything. But yeah. No, that was crazy. And then you got to see Ricochet show off his, as some people would say, flippy-do moves.
Oh, his 720 off the top of the cage? Yeah, that was crazy. That was really nuts. But
we talked about this last year. I'm a very old school, like I like the cage closed, but after they did it the first time with it open, I'm okay with it now.
Oh yeah, just because I like the rule that you can't climb over, and like if you climb over, your team loses. Like, so long as that rule's in place, the top of the cage makes it hard to see anything.
Yeah. I agree with Lance. He said, I don't know how the main roster can compete with the takeovers.
I agree. There's no way that they're in the same league. Like, the takeovers are So much better.
Oh, absolutely. Like, leaps and bounds better.
Yeah, with only with only 4 matches, like I knew it was going to be a really good night. It ended up turning into 4 with a segment with Matt Riddle, but all around it was a great card. I mean, I love the fact that they gave Riddle a proper debut.
Yeah.
Like, even if it was brief.
I agree.
I think he's so money. I really don't know much about him from wrestling, because I really don't. Like, I know he's done a lot and he's good. I know more about his personality.
I was going to say, if anything, he's going to make it because of his charisma.
Oh, bro, he just drips charisma. Once people get past the fact that he's not like a Jersey Shore kind of gimmick, because he says bro all the time.
Yeah, he's just the bro.
Once people understand that, I think he'll be good, because I think to the very uninitiated at first, he may just come off kind of like a Jersey Shore reject, or a Jersey Shore like surfer dude, if that makes any sense. And the
thing is, he's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Well, it's not that far.
No, because when I first saw him and didn't know, I'm like, well, he looks like a SoCal, like, hippie guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he just looks like a California stoner.
And yeah, I'm not a fan of the no boots either, Lance. But that's his thing.
Yeah, I mean, so long as he doesn't break his feet like fucking Rusev did in the beginning.
Then they'll make him wear boots.
Yeah.
But no, he's really talented. I've seen him have tremendous matches with guys.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I was looking up some of his like best moves and stuff like that, and I'm like, wow, this guy really has a chance to be something in the WWE.
If they use him correctly, absolutely.
I mean, like, he looks legit too. Like, he has a very, like, he's long, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. He's like 6'2".
But he's lanky.
Yep.
He has a very, like, unique body shape.
And the thing I like about Riddle is he's like the nicest guy ever to his fans. Like, he'll take time and talk to everyone and sign anything, doesn't charge for photographs, real cool shit like that.
No, he seems like it. I've been watching, for those of you out there who may have missed it, the WWE PC Performance Center have actually started a YouTube channel where it's actually some really interesting things put up there. Like, they had an interview with Nikki Cross out of character right before her match with Candice LeRae at TakeOver.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's just like you get to see these people as people, not as the characters that they portray. They had a whole. I wish for whatever reason, the virtual reality that's on like the top tier, which is what I have, the Rift. They don't have the there's like Oculus Rift, Oculus Go, like all of these other ones, and they have Next VR, which is where you can watch things live in virtual reality. That's what those cameras were that were inside the cell.
Dude, that would be sweet.
But Next VR hasn't come out yet for Oculus Rift for whatever reason. It's been months.
That's weird.
Yeah, and Oculus Rift is their highest performing one.
Yeah.
So it's just weird, but they had a video up on YouTube where you can control it with your mouse, like which way the camera was looking, like one of those 360 videos.
Oh wow, that's sweet.
Yeah, and they had it with Undisputed Era going into the ring and checking out the ring for the first time, and with the other team, with Ricochet, Pete Dunne, and the War Raiders. So it's kind of nifty.
But
it's just so weird, though. They're all in their fucking gear in, like, a warehouse where these fucking things are set up. And it's like, you really could have had them in street clothes look at this. They didn't have to be in their gear for this.
Yeah. Just let them be them.
Fucking Pete Dunne is just in the middle of nowhere in his fucking outfit with his belt, just looking around. And I'm like, there's no reason for that. Like, we know who you are. Like, you could have just come in street clothes. War Raiders had that whole gimmick on.
Yeah, it's like you could just walk around like a regular person.
But yeah, I definitely recommend watching the WWE PC videos. There's only about I don't even think there's a dozen up right now. But you know, if you
I
like,
think that's something they could really grow.
So do I. I absolutely think it's something that they can grow, and WWE's really they're finding TV shows, for lack of a better term, to give different people. Like Baron Corbin has one on the net on WWE.com where he goes to like spooky places.
Yeah, remember he had one for a while on the network where it was it him or what? No, I'm thinking of Corey Graves with the tattoo stuff.
Yeah, that was Corey Graves.
Yeah, but no, I like that idea.
I mean, if it can get them views, it can make and it can make them some money, and it can help grow their talent. Then yeah, why not? Because everything that a talent learns, like the better.
Well, and especially because they have so much talent now, they got to find ways to get them in front of a camera, basically.
Yeah, and let those who can swim swim, and let those who sink sink.
Because I don't know if you're familiar with him on the indies. The big rumor was ACH is going to sign with WWE.
I mean, I heard it mentioned that he was one of the guys that WWE was looking at. But, I mean, is he really that big of a wrestler, though?
I'm not, to be fair with you, I've never seen him work.
I mean, I remember seeing him a bunch of times back when I would go to, like, Ring of Honor with Ryan Clark. But, like, that's a while ago, bro. Like, what's he been doing since then?
I want to see, like, is he a big dude?
No, he's not.
He's my height.
He used to be with Cedric. I think him and Cedric Alexander were the All Night Express. It was him. It was him and Caprice Coleman.
Okay.
We're a tag team for a long time.
Yeah, he's 30, bro.
I mean, he's not a spring chicken, so.
Because it was him and Silas Young was the other dude I heard.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, if Silas Young has a fucking place in WWE. He just doesn't look like the kind of guy WWE would sign.
Plus, I like him better with what he's doing in Ring of Honor, personally.
Oh no, but he wants to go there because he knows, like, he's getting older. Like, I think he's just 40 now.
Oh wow, I didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah, bro, he doesn't have a lot of time left.
Well, that makes sense though.
I don't want to make it seem like he doesn't have a lot of time left, but.
No, I know what you mean in the sense of being competitive in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, like, his opportunity to go to WWE is going by very quickly. And look, unless you're in the top 1% of wrestling, such as, like, the Young Bucks, you kind of need that one WWE deal to start giving you residuals for things. Being one
Basically
video
set
game.
You for life.
Yeah, at least to help out a hell of a lot more. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get your ass onto a takeover or something and start getting some residuals.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Ring of Honor stuff, I just saw this earlier, and Meltzer reported this, so I know it's legit. I looked it up. Excuse me, PCO, who everybody knows from back in the day as Pierre Carl Ouellet with the Quebecers. I think it was 3-time tag champs in the WWF. He just signed a exclusive deal with Ring of Honor, so that's pretty cool for him.
Yeah, especially since he's not a young man. Like,
he's 50.
Yeah.
He's a crazy son of a bitch.
I mean, the most of the guys in wrestling right now, like, I'll say that. I mean, he looks to be in great shape.
I saw him wrestle Brian Cage at an indie show, and it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
Hello?
Yeah, you're there.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm trying to get something out of my kitchen, and my fucking headset keeps coming out.
It's all good. No, I agree, Lance. He's in, like, fantastic shape for his age. Like, I don't know what he's doing, but he's found the fountain of youth.
He's popping steroids in every part of his body.
I was trying to be nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's so long as he's healthy with it. I mean, if that's what he wants to do. I mean, lots of guys
But
do it.
I'm happy for Pierre because he was really cool when I've chatted with him, and really like a nice guy. Like, you know, when you have like I guess you would say like a name value, and you could be an asshole if you wanted to, but he's not.
Oh, that's good then.
Like, that's why I like have a lot of respect for him. He's a great dude. Also, since we've been away, Walter actually signed a contract with WWE.
Yeah, and like we had said off air, it's more for Europe, and I think it's also for trainer.
Yeah, he's from everything I read, he's gonna have a big hand in the launching of NXT Germany.
To be investing money.
Yeah, because he's a huge name and a huge draw over there with Germany's big company, WXW.
It's just kind of like, it surprises me because Germany is very close to the United Kingdom.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if he's going to work a lot of the UK stuff too.
I mean, it's possible, but it's like, I think I think long term WWE wants to create, yes, a worldwide empire, but I think they're finally realizing that the styles are different around the world. Like, I don't know if Walter would do good with a typical WWE crowd.
No, I agree with that. I mean, I've seen him chop people, specifically Zack Sabre Jr., the hardest I've ever seen anybody get chopped.
Well, yeah, but they're also good friends, so I think that's one of the things, like, two friends want to beat the fuck out of each other kind of
Yeah,
thing.
no, I just mean he's like a tank.
Yeah.
Like, I really like Walter's work. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there, because I never thought in a million years, even to work over in Europe, that he would sign with WWE.
Bro, money, money, money. I mean, it's big. It's not WWE big.
Yeah, it makes me... That's what I was going to say. They must be offering him a sweet deal. Now, we didn't really get into it, but we can circle back around to it. Survivor Series.
Well, we didn't even talk much about TakeOver.
Well, that too, yeah.
I mean,
what'd you think of your boy Velveteen Dream dressed like Hogan?
Well, it's continuing his long... Like, this isn't the first time he's referenced Hogan.
No, I just think it's pretty cool. I dig it.
Oh, I thought it was cool. I thought it was awesome seeing him come out as Hollywood Dream.
Brother.
With his OVA shirt on.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Look, man, you got to be a mark for yourself sometimes. You know, and that's the perfect opportunity for it. The entire eyes of the world were on them.
Oh, totally.
I honestly think that was the best match of the night.
Yeah. I just love heel Ciampa.
I just thought the whole match was perfect. I mean, like, I didn't think Velveteen was going to walk away with the title, but I bought into the couple of those finishes where I was like, holy shit,
I know what you mean, where they
are.
made you believe, like, so you're telling me there's a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I went in there going, this is going to be a great match, but there's no way they're giving the title to Dream. And there were a couple times where I literally said, holy shit, I don't know what I'm talking about. They may be giving the title to Dream.
And that's great storytelling.
Yeah, because at that point, it was just, I want to see who wins. Like, at that point, I was invested because it was making me question. And, like, I was invested in the outcome. I thought one thing, the match went on, and they made me think something else. Like, to me, that's wrestling.
Oh, absolutely. And there's not very many people now in that company, in my opinion, that can do that. and most of
No.
them are in NXT.
No,
You know
I
what I
agree
mean?
fully. Yeah. No, I agree fully. The only match that I really wasn't too high on, and it wasn't bad, it wasn't for me, was Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane.
I don't want to be like the guy that bashes a talent, but I have never got Baszler, like the whole thing with her.
See, whereas I'm now like I'm on the Baszler bandwagon. Like I think she's gotten so much better than she was a year ago. So much better.
No, I agree with that.
My problem was like if you go back and watch the match, you get 3 pinfalls in 12 minutes, whereas their first match went over, or their last match went 20 something.
Yeah, like it was too rushed.
And I don't like Schaefer and Duke at all.
Yeah, it does nothing for me. I agree with that. And aren't they like super duper green?
Yeah. Yes. They're very new. Don't. Because at least Shayna had done some indie wrestling. And then she was Japan.
Yeah, because she worked on the indies for at least a year, I would say.
Well, she was in Stardom for a while.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, she definitely had a run in Japan. But Duke and Schaefer are just... Oh, man. And Schaefer is Roderick Strong's wife.
Okay.
But you can't get better by fucking injection.
No, that's very true. Hey, bro, you keep cutting in and out. You there, Ryan?
Yeah. Just give me 10 seconds just to go put this milk back in the fridge, and then I'll stop cutting out.
Okay. Damn cats.
Am I back?
All right, no, it's cool.
No, I'm back now. Now I'm in front of my computer again.
No, I agree with what you were saying. They really don't do anything for me. At least Baszler had. I don't remember her being in Stardom, but at least she cut her teeth out on the indie scene.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it was Stardom. It was one of the women organizations in Japan.
It makes sense.
That's why I think she had some background with either Kairi Sane or the other one.
Oh, Io Shirai.
Okay, she actually worked just 2 events for Stardom. So,
Okay.
All right. Actually, her and Deanna Purrazzo were a tag team.
That's very interesting.
I didn't even think of that. Like, that could be an interesting tag team. I'd rather see that than see her and fucking Ronda.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, because I'm a big fan of Deanna.
Yeah. I mean, I also don't know. I mean, like, is she really that good, or is she just, I don't even know how to put it. Like, is she just one of these... I don't know.
She's good because she's been in with a lot of talented people.
No, good because she's attractive.
Oh.
There is no other way. I mean, like, because, she calls herself the Virtuosa.
Yeah.
But it's just like she's a master at the Fujiyama arm bar, but it's like, what makes you that? Like, or is that just all gimmick?
No, you got a point.
And it's just like, when I watched her wrestle, I didn't see anything that was kind of like, oh shit, that's what they're talking about. But she comes out with the whole gimmick and everything, and it's something that she's been doing. So it's like, I remember seeing that exact same thing with All In. I remember seeing it at Ring of Honor. So it's just like, is this a gimmick, or is she just like really like a good female? Right? Is she like a good hand in the ring?
Yeah, I got you.
And it's like, okay, like, where have you been good in the ring? Like, I don't care about some fucking little barn in like Jersey somewhere.
I understand.
I only say Jersey because I think she's from Jersey.
Yeah, because she wrestled a lot in the area. I personally have never seen her work live because the company she worked for I refused to go to.
Which one was that?
ECWA.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I don't particularly care for their ownership.
Understandable. But, yeah, so that was the only bad match on the card for me. What were your thoughts on how they put together the War Games match itself?
I actually thought it was really well done.
Okay. Elaborate.
What's that?
I said elaborate.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember because it's been so long since I watched it. I actually thought it was on par with last year's.
Yeah, I think it was a great showing for people who have never seen War Machine before, or War
Yeah,
Raiders
I agree
as
with
they're
that.
called. I think everybody was kind of surprised that the bigger of the two is the high flyer, and the smaller of the two is more of the muscle.
Oh yeah, Hansen is the flyer and Rowe is the muscle guy.
Yeah, which you look at them and you would think it's the other way around. I mean, even though Rowe isn't a small guy
By any means.
but he's also not a mammoth guy. He's not somebody you would see as the power guy. If he was alone, you wouldn't be like, "Yo, that's a powerful dude right there," because I don't think he's really that big.
I'll tell you in a second.
He's actually married to what the hell's her name? Sarah
Logan.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sarah Sanders, but yeah.
He's the small guy, and he's 6'2".
Yeah, I have him.
I'm sorry, 6'1".
Yeah, I have him at 6'1", 250. That's a small wrestler, bro. That's not a big man, but he's the power guy.
And the thing is, Hansen's not really that much bigger.
No, but he's just bigger.
He's aesthetically bigger.
Yeah.
He's only 6'2".
Yeah, but he's over 300 pounds.
Oh, easy. I've seen him do like moonsaults and all kind of crazy stuff.
Did you see that when they first made their debut, some fucking radio station tagged him as like the band Hanson?
Oh no.
Yeah, like on Twitter. So he said, "I've never had more fun." Like people think that this is like I am what Hanson turned into.
Dude, that is amazing.
Yeah, this was actually from earlier this year. This was even before they debuted.
But no, that's like great shit right there.
Yeah, that's actually real funny. Now on air, I will come to you by @Warbeard Hansen. The best of the 90s and Hansen response back ... Really?
Oh man, that's some good shit right there.
And apparently it kept up a couple of times. They did it on February 9th, re-tagged him on February 11th.
Oh man.
And then Ty Jack was just change your name to Lou Bega.
There you go.
Do you remember that? A little bit of Monica.
Yeah, because he made a comeback in like commercials.
Yeah, actually, my buddy who may or may not still be listening, we actually created a posse in Red Dead Redemption, and we're Mbop.
Speaking of which, how's that going?
Oh, it's great. I'm such a piece of shit to people playing online. I see people are fucking hunting and skinning things. I wait for them to go to right before they get to the butcher, and I kill them there, and they lose everything.
And you take their shit that they made?
If I can, I will, but not. You can't always. But yeah, I've stolen people's stuff before, but I try not to be too much of a dickhead. I tell my buddy Brandon, I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna stop killing people. Boom, I've killed somebody else. They go, what happened to being good? Well, he looked at me funny. He had his gun out. It was shoot or be shot, bro.
Kill or be killed.
But it's good. I'm almost level 20 online already, and it's funny because every lobby I go into, I'm the highest one.
How far percentage-wise are you done completing the game?
Well, I stopped playing the story for the last week, but I'm 60-something%. But that's mostly story is left. I've been killing off all the small side stuff. But for almost the last week, for the last 4 days, I've been playing Red Dead since Tuesday, like online.
Nice. I've been meaning to ask Lance how far along he was.
Yeah, there's some real tedious shit in that game. You have to find these exotic birds, and sometimes they only spawn in certain locations, but they share the spawn table with like other birds. And it took me like 4 hours to get like 5 feathers.
Holy shit!
Yeah, because, bro, people are saying it's like almost a 30 square mile game. And I would believe it. Because it's that large, and like fucking, like they have like little tiny orioles, little songbirds, like tiny birds you have to find and kill. But it's fun, bro. It's almost 200 unique animals in the game, like 30 fish, almost 30 different kinds of horses.
It sounds awesome. Now, since we elaborated on Takeover, what was your thoughts on Survivor Series?
And Survivor Series was so bad they couldn't even get their own booking right, because apparently SmackDown was supposed to lose the tag team match also, and then nobody told the agent.
Oh my god.
It was supposed to be a clean sweep. Like, that's why they're just basically saying, oh, it didn't count. It didn't count because WWE fucked that up. Literally fucked it up.
Oh god.
But no, I thought the booking was awful. I think it made WWE, I think it made SmackDown absolutely look like the B show when they should be building it up.
When it's the better show.
Yeah, it genuinely is the better show.
The one issue I had was they let Nia be the sole survivor after. No, I shouldn't say sole survivor, but be at the end when
she was a sole survivor.
The shit she did.
Wasn't she the? I thought she was the sole survivor.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, but look, they got heat, I mean, she's a fucking heat magnet right now.
And I can't, and I don't want to be like the negative person, but you can't put someone in there that's not safe like that.
Well, they don't seem to care because they keep putting her in there.
Oh, I know, I'm just saying, that's bad, it's, shame on them.
I think that once this is all over, like this current storyline, I don't know if she's gonna have much opportunity after this, because I think they're kind of locked into her that she gets the next title shot, but after that they may be done with her, because I don't know how long that heat's gonna last.
Yeah, because she hurt like 2 people within like what, a 3-week period.
Yeah. Kind of, yeah.
Or at least a month. I'll say at least a month.
Well, I mean, she's hurt 6 people in 2 years. That's...
Well, that too, yeah. The only match I actually enjoyed was Charlotte going crazy on Ronda.
Yeah, it was actually a decent match before that, too.
Yeah, did you see the welts and bruises Ronda showed like after that happened?
Oh yeah, no, she legit took a beating. Like that was her like the video where Minoru Suzuki beat the shit out of
yeah, welcome
Asuka.
to the big leagues, kid.
Yep, that's her taking her licks right there, bro. Like, I mean, like it or not, or like her or not, she got jumped in basically. Like, I mean, like no one can take that away from her now. Pretty sure that's more of a beating than Charlotte ever took.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
I mean, I thought it was good. I thought that match was really good. But the women's match was awful. Like, as far as like the Team Raw was awful. Nakamura Shinsuke was nowhere near as good as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was kind of flat.
Yeah, it's just because it didn't mean anything, and they literally told you it didn't mean anything Monday night beforehand, where Seth said, "I don't care about this match."
That too. It
And it's
almost makes me wonder if Nakamura is going to go back to Japan.
it's possible.
Because, I mean, it almost feels like he's phoning it in at times.
I don't think it has anything to do with him. I think it's the style that they want him to work. I mean, like, they wouldn't have a belt on him if he was phoning anything in.
Well, that's true too.
I
enjoyed Lesnar and Daniel Bryan. That was cool.
Yeah.
Although I feared for Daniel Bryan's life on some of those suplexes.
Yeah. One other thing I want to say is, like, forcing people to wear that SmackDown shirt, I think, ruined Nakamura's look, because he was definitely going for a Freddie Mercury kind of look.
Yeah, the all red.
All blue. Nakamura's on SmackDown.
Yeah, no, I meant originally he was wearing the all red, and then because they make you be SmackDown, then it's all blue.
I didn't mind the all blue suit. I minded the fact he had to wear the shirt on top of it. And it ruined the outfit. He just looked like he was wearing like a long bodysuit for no reason. You missed what made it look like a Freddie Mercury bodysuit, which was the V chest, the way that it was cut.
Yeah. I get you.
And I didn't like the fact that everybody else, for the most part, had to fucking wear one. Shane McMahon doesn't. But then you got guys like Sanity, yeah, we're Sanity. We're about chaos, but we're gonna wear this SmackDown shirt. You know what I mean?
Well, and this is the thing: if you're watching the pay-per-view, you know what guy and girl is on what show. You know what I mean? For the most part.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see the need for, like, you didn't have... Back in the old Survivor Series, I understand, like, you had, like, you know, Hulk's Maniacs or Macho's Maniacs, or, like, sometimes everybody would have face paint on if the Legion of Doom was on their team, you know.
The one I always remember that makes me laugh was, the name was Roddy's Rowdies.
Yeah. Fucking WWE.
They would have, like, or Rude's Brood.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if they brought shit like that back, I'd be okay with it, but I don't like the fact that you're going to try to make everybody, like, it just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like they're fighting for anything, so why are people going to get along? Like, because my wife said, she goes, well, why would people care if there's no reward if next week everything goes back to normal and everybody hates everybody again?
Exactly.
And my wife does not watch wrestling. For those of you who don't know, my wife does not watch wrestling. And she was like, so...
But no, she makes a very valid point.
Yeah. She's like, so he's only being good now because he wants... Because she's talking about Strowman. Because she's like, weren't they all, like, killing each other a couple weeks ago? I said, yeah. I said, now he's on the same team. And she's like, but what gives him the incentive? Just because he wants a title match? Because he wants a rematch? That's it? Like...
Or because it's like, yeah, Raw's #1 and we're going to prove it.
Yeah, I mean, and then just watching it, she was like, so now they're all attacking each other. So there's no penalty for this. I said, exactly. Like, that's the problem with Survivor Series. It doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yep.
Like, the fact that the number 30 spot goes to the mixed match challenge winner as opposed to...
Brandon, not to cut you off, it has an actual good idea. He said, why don't they just wear a blue or red armband as opposed to a t-shirt?
I'm all for that. Like, if you need to identify who's on what team that badly, I'm all for that. Armband, a fucking knee pad, wrist tape, like they do in MMA, you know, the champion, one is red, one's blue. But yeah, it's no one's going to go out and buy a SmackDown fucking shirt. No one's going to go out and buy a Raw shirt. Maybe the Seth Rollins half and half. Because that's at least kind of cool. But even that, it's just...
Totally,
you take away personality. You make everything into, like manufactured.
No, I agree with you.
But no, I agree 100% with Brandon.
That's an interesting idea.
Oh, one thing I want to touch on is Drake Maverick. Bro, his last two fucking segments between Raw, where he pissed on Bobby Roode's robe.
Yeah.
And where he pissed himself in the match. Like, bro, like, I don't know how much more. I'm a grown man. I'm not, like, PP humor doesn't make me laugh. Like, I don't find, like, I turned Raw off after that. And never went back and watched the end of it. Just because you're insulting me at this point.
Well,
like,
and yeah, I agree. And the other thing I said was they really had a chance to do something different with Dean Ambrose as a heel, and now they've made him generic heel number whatever.
Well, the fact that both that neither AJ Styles or Dean Ambrose in any way, shape, or form ended up on one of the 5 biggest shows of the year, to me, is mind-boggling. Like,
it tells you all you need to know with how they feel about them.
I mean, I don't know about AJ. I mean, AJ is probably their poster child right now. With Roman gone, who else do you have?
Maybe Seth, and that's about it.
I don't even... Yeah, I think Seth is getting there, but AJ Styles has, like...
I know what you mean. He has the credentials and the name value and...
Yeah, if you had to, like, pick all time... Who's better, AJ Styles or Seth Rollins? Is it really even a conversation?
Yeah, no, I agree.
So I mean, it's he wants less dates. He said that on the 365, but he wants less dates, a la like Randy Orton, where he'll still be on TV every week. He just won't be at every single house show. I mean, dude just carried the title for 53 weeks, being at every house show, being at every pay-per-view. Dude literally flew around the world to have a wrestling match on, like, 24 hours notice when Bray came down with fucking mumps. Absolutely. So, I mean, it's... I just thought it was bad on their end for not even having a promo with either of them. Because AJ turned into Jinder Mahal from last year.
Yeah.
Booked for the main event of Survivor Series.
And then he's not even on the card.
Till he's not even on the card, exactly. Like, that... I mean, I liked what they did. I liked the all-black pants. I mean, the all-black outfit for Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I love what they're doing with him personally.
Yo, Brock sold the shit out of his fucking stuff. Like, Brock sold for him.
Yep. Which is very rare.
Yeah, the last time he did that was AJ last year.
He must have a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, there's certain guys out there that I'm sure that he may not like, but he knows he can go out there and do good business with. I mean, because at the end of the day, he's all about money. And, you know, I mean, he's not a dumb man. He just doesn't like people, but I'm sure he respects people who are great at their trade.
No, I agree with that. He's just... I guess you would say antisocial.
Oh, yeah, but that takes it to another level. Like, dude was living with, like, nobody within 10 miles and decided he still wasn't secluded enough and then moved up into Canada.
Yeah, where he has, like, his own compound now.
Yeah, I see somebody once every 3 days. That's way too much for me. Let me go move somewhere, like, 10 times more desolate.
Yeah, that's Brock.
No, he has a gym and everything in his house. Like, he did everything to, like, not have to leave his compound.
Yeah, and hey, you know, if that's how you are, I can respect that. And as long as you're not, like, a dick to people.
Oh, he's a dick to people. He's not there to be friends with. Like, he's one guy I would probably not approach in the airport. Because in general, like, what are you going to do? Hit me? Like, come on. You're a fucking wrestler on TV. Like, get the fuck out of here. Him, I think he'd hit me.
Yeah. Because he seems, especially like in his private life, that he would be very, I don't want to say cranky, but very like, give me my space.
Well, I'd seen a picture of him with Tito Ortiz and Tito's kids after Survivor Series. And like Brock's smiling, like he has his hands on Tito's kids' shoulders, letting Tito's kids hold the belt. And I'm like, oh, I guess you like Tito.
Yeah, that's weird because you never see Brock smile.
Oh, well, while we're on Brock, I want to like take a quick detour into Lars Sullivan. He's being promoted to come up to the main roster now. Now people are finding out shit he posted on internet forums 10 years ago when he was talking about the Blacks.
Well, this is my thing. do you think WWE would have done better, like research before they signed him if that was the case? You know?
Bro, I think about all of the places you've ever posted, every forum 10 years ago. The internet was a different place 10 years ago.
That's true.
Think about websites that had forums. Like, that's where you would talk to people. Like, before instant messaging was literally on your phone. Do you think, like, this is a random bodybuilding forum that he said this on? So it was like finding out who wrestled at an indie show in somebody's basement or somebody's backyard 10 years ago.
Yeah, no, there was that, and then there was the one I saw on the message board where I guess somebody sent him a Stephanie McMahon video of something, and he was like, thanks, I have my material to take care of myself later.
Well, that, and he said anybody who wants to commit suicide shouldn't just kill themselves, that they should go out and kill other people too and get as high of a body count as possible.
Yeah, that's bad.
I mean, granted, he's a young guy. If he's 24 now, he was 14 at the time. Like, you know, I don't think he was even 18 at the time. And look, I don't think he should be penalized by things that were said 10 years ago. I really don't. I don't want to be judged by things I said when I was a fucking kid. No, bad timing to come out now.
It reminds me a lot of other, like, independent talents that went to sign with WWE and shit like that was said. Because that's happened once or twice.
Yeah, but these are like no-name independent guys that, you know, dime a dozen generic cookie cutter guys, right?
Do you know who Jessica Havoc is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but didn't she say some awful shit?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was, but she had something similar happen.
That's Death Machine's girlfriend, right?
I believe so. Don't quote me.
Yeah, I know she did some, like,
but basically she said something similar on social media, and it bit her in the ass.
Well, I mean, you know, I also don't think she's that good of a worker. Like, she's just, like, the best of the trash.
I've only seen her wrestle once or twice, so I don't really have an opinion, you know what I mean?
Oh, bro, she used racist and homophobic slurs. Like, that's a lot different than saying he wanted to beat off to Stephanie McMahon making a bad, you know, because he says it seems like some blacks want to blame or want to live off their parent, like their grandparents' misery or something like that. I mean, it was offensive. It wasn't racist.
Yeah.
And she did work Impact for a short period of time.
Yeah, I do remember that.
But it's I think she's just a big woman, and you don't have a lot of heavy-set women or larger women in the indie scene, so automatically she's booked as this monster, so she's never really working to get better.
I know what you mean.
You know, and, like, it's also why I think that there was a very short ceiling for Awesome Kong, because short of going to Japan, there were very few women that could actually go in there and give her a legitimate match. Of course, she was so much bigger than them. So how do you get better if you can't be practicing your trade?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Speaking of Impact, I can transition over to that. I don't know if you read this. They're in negotiations with several different networks to air their programming in 2019.
For Impact, yes.
Yeah. I remember two, but there's a third one I'm forgetting. The two I read were WGN America and Sci-Fi.
Yeah, there was also a third one, but I forget which one it was.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's good for them. It just needs to be put onto a something that more people get. I mean, because I think the product is really getting better slowly.
Oh, absolutely.
I like the fact that they keep adding people that I don't know who they are. Like, look, there's a difference between a jobber and a new wrestler, and they're promoting these guys as new wrestlers as opposed to jobbers. Like, I've seen some of Desmond Xavier, not much, but like the new group he's in there with now, like the throwback to that '70s show and Three Stoners, like they look like a fun, different group.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like a ripoff of anything.
It's him, Wentz, and I think it's Trey Miguel, I want to say.
But I don't even know who the fuck those people are, though.
Yeah,
like
I know what you're saying.
Never seen them before, so I mean, like for me, that's cool. I mean, like, I've seen Desmond before, but and this is my favorite line when they're sitting there in that first, and they're like, "Yo, we need a name." The other guy's like,
"It's funny." Hold on. True TV was the other one.
True TV. Okay. No, good for them. I mean, like, they're going somewhere. Like, they're on an upswing. I just think they need to get rid of guys like Johnny Impact. I don't think he's that much of a draw.
I've never really been a fan of his. Like, no disrespect intended. He's just never done it for me.
And I don't think he's ever really brought the viewership anywhere that he's gone, because he's really hoarded himself out, except for in Japan, because I don't think they've offered him anything yet.
I actually hope Brian Cage takes the title from him eventually.
So do I. I think Brian... I mean, like, I can't see them putting Johnny Impact over on Brian Cage.
I've seen him, like, live now. He is a ginormous human being.
Oh, yeah, he's so impressive, and he's so agile for a big guy.
It's, like, insane to me.
It took me a long time to sit down and watch a Brian Cage match, because you look at him and you expect, like, you think you know what you're going to get. Like, you expect, like, 80s strongman wrestling, and it's not.
The farthest thing.
I forgot what I saw. It was, because I couldn't make out who he was. It was a grainy YouTube video, and it was, like... some flip move, and I was like, holy shit, that's Brian Cage. And I think I was also, for some reason, and I don't know why, Brian Cage, Luke Hawx. For some reason, I thought he was Luke Hawx. I have no idea why.
That's funny.
But for some reason, I thought they were one and the same dude. And when I really realized it, I'm like, oh no, this guy actually has talent.
That's funny.
The only thing I really know about Luke Hawx is from a Wrestle Pro thing where him and Mario Baccara had a thing, and he's like, "You got your big fucking arms. I'm going to give you broken fucking arms."
He runs a promotion usually that runs out of the ECW arena.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, he's a good dude, Luke.
I never saw anything from him where I was like, oh, good wrestling.
Yeah, no.
I'm trying to see what else.
The other thing that's happened since we've been on was the stuff with Cody and the Bucks.
Yeah, who knows where that's gonna go? I'm tired of guessing, so we got 1 month left.
Exactly 1 month.
Yep. Oh, what do you think about fucking Samoa Joe being pinned in 35 seconds?
I hated it.
So did I.
I was just like, this is the dude who could be your next, like, Samoan, like, monster.
Well, speaking about Samoa monsters, fucking Tamina was pinned 10 seconds after Naomi was in the beginning of the women's match. You know, Naomi was eliminated less than 90 seconds into the match. So, I mean, like...
it tells you what they think of her.
I mean, even the fucking Colognes lasted longer in their match.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, the Colognes got more airtime than Naomi, Tamina, Samoa Joe. I mean, like...
you're like, holy crap.
Although the SmackDown was actually really a good match. They really let some of these guys work.
No, I agree with that. You talk about how bad Raw was this week. I enjoyed SmackDown.
I saw bits and pieces of SmackDown. I didn't like the fact that Bryan wasn't there.
Yeah, I like that they made the match with Becky and Charlotte a triple threat.
Oh, me too. Becky came back to like a champion's ovation.
She's the hottest thing in the company right now.
Oh, absolutely. Becky is money right now. Becky is so money.
But her, Charlotte, and Asuka in a TLC match will be like ridiculous.
Now, when they keep saying TLC, are they going to do TLC with like? Are they actually hanging the fucking belt? And because isn't it also supposed to be a TLC match for Corbin and
Braun?
Braun? Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I read that he's not going to be back in time.
When did you read this? Because I thought it was completely opposite. Because he's going to be back on Raw this Monday.
Maybe I read it wrong, but
I mean, unless new stuff came out, because since the surgery, it said that he's supposed to be at Raw this week. That was like 2 days ago.
yeah, hang on.
It just makes me wonder why they.
Oh yeah,
would book...
I'm wrong. I read it wrong. My bad.
It just makes me wonder. I mean, I don't give a fuck. There's no way he's gonna have a full match in what is it, 2 weeks?
Yeah, no, he's going to squash him.
But is it a like? Do they? I'm wondering. Do they have to climb a ladder? Like that's what TLC is supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
So is it like? Are those both going to be ladder matches? Is it going to be a 3-woman TLC ladder match, or is it just a match where
they have tables, ladders, and chairs involved?
Well, the reason I ask is because if it's a TLC match, somebody like Charlotte losing the TLC match by Becky climbing a ladder doesn't hurt her as much as taking a pinfall, which is why I think Asuka is in there.
That makes sense.
Because even like if Becky wins with 2 people or 1 person, it does nothing to build up the person who's losing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It doesn't really hurt them. But if somebody takes a pinfall,
yeah, where they get beat clean.
yeah.
No, that totally makes sense. But when I saw that, I'm like, wow, that's a fantastic matchup. You know what I mean? Those 3 in there, that's like, holy cow, I wouldn't have expected that, to be frank with you.
Well, I mean, when they had all the women come out, I kind of figured it was going to be Asuka. Because
that's the only person they were chanting for, and Naomi was talking.
Bro, yeah, I mean, first of all, she's just so fucking played out. Hold up, wait a minute, let me put some glue up in it. No, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck off my TV, you funkadactyl reject fuck.
Oh, tell me how you really feel, Ryan.
Bro, I almost turned it off after that one stupid line. Like, that's not fun, that's not cute. Hold up, wait a minute. No, stop it, be original, you dumb bitch. Fuck you, Uso wife.
Oh, man, that's funny.
That's the only reason why she has a job. She's married to one of the best tag team wrestlers in the world.
Oh, man, that's funny. That reminds me of something. Thank you for saying that. Did you hear the story about LAX getting pulled off an Evolve show?
It makes sense to me.
Yeah, it was LAX who was supposed to wrestle the Street Profits.
Yeah, and WWE controls a big part of that booking, so you know who is going to go over, right?
Yep. So they pulled them, and now Evolve said they're no longer working with Impact talent anymore because of it.
I mean, I think it's unfortunate.
I do too. I thought there could have been a way they could have done good business without. Maybe put a 3rd team in there and let the 3rd team take the pin, you know?
Also, people watching Evolve... I mean, first of all, Evolve isn't televised. It's at a fucking show really no one's gonna see. No one's gonna know that your fucking tag team got, had a job out.
Yeah.
Like, I could understand, like, if it was gonna happen on an episode of, like, NXT, and they didn't want their guys to lose on television, but... Wins and losses in wrestling don't matter. I think that's kind of childish for Impact to pull them off. Like, guys need experience. They're still young guys. I don't give a fuck that they're on TV. Let WWE. I mean, like that could also be it. They also don't want WWE any closer to talent.
I was going to say that, and I was going to let the guys work in front of a different group of fans, or a different promotion that they've never worked in front of.
Yeah, I think it's bad business for everybody. I don't think it's a smart idea for
No, I agree, but
for
you
Impact
might
to
be
pull
right
back.
too that they're afraid WWE is going to try and lure them away.
Yeah, because I don't know. Because I know Kevin had signed for 2 years when he signed, and that's almost 2 years ago already. I can't believe it.
Wow, it's been that long?
Yeah.
I love the stuff he's doing with Fala, by the way.
Oh, I do too, but I have a feeling that if it comes to renew contracts, Fallow's getting a new one. I don't know if Kevin is. Again,
Jesus.
no. Again, I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
But I'm
I know
saying
what you mean.
based on how I see him being used, like they've brought in guys like Killer Cross after him, and Killer Cross has had so many world title matches, or he's at least had a couple. Like I don't see him doing anything with Kevin at all, and it kind of makes me mad. Like I mean, if he's happy, then I'm happy for him. But I'd like to see I'd like to see them both become tag champions. But people seem to have gone from really liking Kevin when he's with "Don't Call Me a Liar" to now, like on comment sections, like people aren't like he's not as over as I thought they were building him up to be, and it bothers me because I'd like to see my friend do better. But then again, I don't talk to him directly about this because it's not my business.
Of course.
I mean, and if he's happy in the spot he's in, then awesome. I'm happy for him. But I'd like to see my buddy make more money and have more prestige. I mean,
and be on a fucking pay-per-view.
That's it. I just want to see my buddy on a fucking pay-per-view and not a one night only. Because I think he's done 2 of those, but that doesn't count for shit.
But I really like where they're going, Impact, bringing in all these newer guys and girls.
Yeah, like Jordan Grace. I mean, she definitely breaks the mold from what people typically have in wrestling.
That woman is freakishly strong.
Yeah, she's modern day China. She may actually be stronger than China was back then, but I don't know because China was something.
I mean, if people don't that have never seen Jordan Grace, go back and watch All In when she picked up Brian Cage.
Yeah.
She press slammed him, didn't she?
I don't think it was a gorilla press. I could be wrong.
But I remember her at least suplexing him.
I'm not sure.
No, but either way, that's fucking strong.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Nah, it's no big deal.
No, I was just curious, I mean, but she's a thick woman. She's a very, very thick woman.
And the thing is, she's lost a lot of weight.
Was she fat in the beginning?
I wouldn't necessarily say fat. She was just a thicker than what she currently is.
Fucking Taya looks like she ate the old Taya.
I don't like her with the hair.
Me neither.
I mean, I like her in the ring. It's just the hair doesn't do it for me. It's weird.
Well, apparently she had a one-on-one match with Joey Janela at Beyond Wrestling.
Oh, Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's good.
Yeah, she's a talented girl.
I wish they would bring in her partner, Lufisto, but I don't know if that'll happen.
Oh, did she actually pin Janela? Oh, no.
No, but it's a good match.
Yeah, I just watched the finish.
All right,
Matt Riddle versus Mia Yim. Interesting.
What's that?
Matt Riddle versus Mia Yim
Yeah,
in the
and
same
then
tournament.
Mia's last match on the Independents was her and Keith Lee.
Huh, interesting.
That was for Beyond, I believe. I'll
Oh,
have to
there
find it and
was
send it to you.
3 women were in this tournament. Interesting. Yeah, this was the Smash Northern Tournament, intergender. So you had Jordan Grace and Joey Janela, Matt Riddle, Mia Yim, Kimberly, and Wheeler Utah. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, he's a really talented dude too.
But 3 out of the uh, 16 people were women, so that's interesting.
That's pretty cool. All right, well, before we get out of here, what are you up to the rest of this weekend?
Chilling, man. Just
Red Dead
chilling.
Redemption.
Yep, for the most part. I think my wife and I are gonna try to watch more of House on The Haunting of Hill House.
I know what you're talking about.
I've seen nothing but positive reviews for it, and we've watched the first, I think, 2.5 episodes. So
On Netflix?
yeah,
Yeah, I
there's a
might
couple.
do that today and catch up on some shit.
Yeah, there's a couple shows I have to catch up on. Like they just released the final season of House of Cards, which I love that show.
I want to finally catch up on the last season of Bates Motel. I'm way, way behind on that.
This year, my wife and I started watching. I started watching American Horror Story this year with her. It was good this season.
I didn't watch the new season. I heard good things, though.
Were you a fan of previous seasons?
Yes.
They revisit Coven. It's the same characters as in Coven.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Bro, the way that they put the story together, granted, the whole season's only 8 episodes.
But I like that.
Bro, you will like this season. Like, if you liked Coven, because I only saw bits and pieces of Coven, but things that happen in Coven have meaning in Apocalypse. And
Okay.
they reference a lot in the past. So if you're a fan of it, you went through it. Like I think you will. I think you could watch that whole season in a single day. I genuinely do.
My favorite season was Freak Show.
I don't know if I've watched any of that one.
That one's really good.
I know I watched a lot of Coven. We watched some of Murder House and the one with the hotel.
I didn't like Hotel.
I didn't either, but again, they reference some of the characters there, like that guy that Christian Peters
not to
plays.
cut you off, the reason I didn't like it is kind of like the vampire thing where it had been beaten to death.
I didn't watch any of it, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Like I watched the first episode and it was something that led to like vampires was the story, and it just turned me off from where there's been like Twilight and then this movie and all this other shit with like vampires. So I was like, you know.
The next season may have something to do with aliens.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So. But no, I will definitely recommend it, especially if you like the previous seasons. It will be a nice tie-up because they bring the gimp suit guy back.
Okay.
They actually bring back Christian Peters plays so many different roles this season.
Is that
That's the dude who's in every They make him look completely different in every fucking season. I'm trying to think of who he was. I think in Hotel, he was the hotel manager with a little fucking pencil bar mustache.
I'm looking him up now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who he was.
So I just want to look at his face. If I could see his face, I'll probably know who you're referring.
Yeah, he's like the main male character every season.
Okay, I know exactly who you mean now.
That is his name, right? Christian Peters?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
Christian Peters is the fucking... that's the guy, that's the giant player who used to live in Bay Ridge and used to come into my Blockbuster. That's what I'm thinking of.
I looked it up on
IMDb.
American Horror Story, yeah. And I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, no, he's really good. I think you'll enjoy this season. It's a quick season. Yeah, it's really well done this season. Like I was like, I can't wait for it to finish. Now it's finished, and it's like, why? But all
That's
right,
funny.
I
All
forgot we're
right.
still recording.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Before we get out of here, don't forget to follow us on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at ASC Pods. You can find our entire catalog on B Plus Player Radio. Find them on Twitter at B Plus Radio. And don't forget to visit our sponsors over at Too Sweet Magazine. Find them on Twitter at 2TOO Sweet Mag. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, all that stuff. And we'll see you back next week. Have a good day, everybody.